Okay. Okay, we just go. Oh, it's straight. Okay.
In 800 feet, merge onto I-35 North.
Okay, now we're good. It's just shifting. It's just shifting. Okay, good morning, everybody. Rick and Deb here. We are on our way to Kansas City Auto Museum. We'll be there in just a little over 40 minutes. It is Tuesday morning, June the 10th. It is approximately 9:30 this morning. I've been wanting to go here to this museum for a few years, and it's a beautiful, gorgeous day today. We decided to just go ahead and visit this auto museum this morning. So just sit back, enjoy the ride, and we'll be there here in a little bit. That's not very good. Wow. Ooh, that's dangerous. I went online and looked at this museum, and it looks like a nice, it really does look like a really nice car museum, auto museum. They do have other kind of vehicles, but it's mainly automotive. They do have other kinds of vehicles. Now, I just happened to stumble upon an article that they had. Whenever they get it done, they're building a new one that's going to be 4 times as large as the current one. 4 times larger than the one they currently have. Of course, it could take them years and years to build it, but that'd be something kind of cool to go to. And we got the mowers out this morning. But from our neck of the woods, from Winfield to this museum, is about 3.5 hour drive. So, like I said, we'll be there in about 40 minutes. There's a rest area. Now there's a rest area. Yeah. Alrighty then. Looks like they've got a lot of the mowing done on this side to our left. this particular museum I've not ever been to before, so it's going to be kind of interesting. If you've seen our videos at all, you know that we go to a lot of car museums over the years. There was a really nice little car museum in Baxter Springs, Kansas, but it went out several years ago. We got to go there several times though. And this museum switches out cars every so often. Every few months they'll switch out their cars. And they have events during the year. Like Father's Day, that's free for fathers on Father's Day. Things of that nature. We're currently on 35 North. It is part of the turnpike system, or is a turnpike system. Scenic drive here a little bit. We will not be going all the way into Kansas City this morning. I think the rain's over with for the next few days. We've had a lot of rain so far this year. A lot of rain. Had a lot of flooded out areas. It's probably all receded now, but hopefully we'll be getting in more summer-like weather. It's supposed to be 90s today, and no rain until I think possibly Wednesday. There might be a little, maybe Thursday. There might be a little. I think it's Thursday. There might be a little bit of rain, but it's not very good percentages. We just need a break now. You know, we just need a break for a while from the rain. Yeah, our last road trip, we went to Chapman, Kansas, and went to the auto racing museum there. That was a nice little museum, but it was real rainy that cloudy and rainy that day. Although it did, later on that afternoon, it did clear up somewhat. minutes, we'll be there to our destination. Museum. I bet that'd be interesting.
There are police reported ahead.
Semi here. Oh yeah, they've got somebody pulled over or something. I better get up here. Let this semi over. Yeah, they got somebody pulled over. State trooper. Oh boy. Somebody's having a bad day. A bad morning. Olathe, we are just about there. That's Olathe is where the museum is actually at, is on Olathe, but they call it the Kansas City Auto Museum, which are pretty close. It's a suburb of Kansas City. gas up before we leave. Somewhere before we leave. But there ought to be plenty of gas stations around when we get ready to leave. There's an Amazon truck. Semi. Well, there's been a lot of semis on this turnpike, but I guess there usually is. We don't normally take the turnpike, but we did today. County. Just briefly, and they've got a ton of road work going on. They're adding on to their turnpike or something. I'm not sure, but boy, it was a mess. Johnson County. Oh, 70. Okay. Okay, slow down. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll be there in 17 minutes. We are getting there. There's some crosses over there. Again. Minutes.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-35 North. In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-35 North ramp to Kansas City.
Left? Okay, I thought we had to go right.
No, we just passed
Right.
that coming in here.
I know, but it says turn left.
It says turns left.
Yeah, so I gotta turn left. If I can get out of here, that is. Yeah, I think I'll go after this truck here.
You sure it says turn left?
Yeah. Okay.
In 600 feet, make a U-turn.
See, I knew it. They do that every time. They do that to me. I knew I had to go the other way.
Make a U-turn.
I know. I will. I know. It said. I know. I didn't think that was right either, but that's what it said. I don't thought maybe you get out that like this way or something, but I just have to turn around here in a minute.
Well, just go right back into.
I'm going to
in there again and then
turn
go
around.
the other way.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, there we go. Okay. It won't be that big a deal. We're all right. We're okay. I just got to turn around here and quick trip. Yes, I know.
Continue on West 191st Street for 1 mile.
Well, now it said stay on
Now
that
go
road.
this way, baby. And then
Okay.
go the other direction.
Okay. Yeah, just what we said down the first place.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's right. We got it. We'll get it. We're kind of... Here we go. Now let's try this again.
This time make a right,
A right,
instead
yeah.
of a left.
That's what I should have done in the first place. I knew that was wrong. Okay, now we got it, I think. Nope, I'm not turning left, so you can just...
Was it trying to tell you turn left again?
Yep, I'm not going to turn left again.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto the I-35 North ramp to Kansas City.
Okay, now that I can do. Okay. Okay, it's up here. Yeah, because that's one way there. So yeah, here we go. All right, now we're going right. Okay, yeah, now we're on the right path. Okay.
Turn left onto the I-35 North ramp.
That's what we're doing. Okay, well, we got some gas put in the old car, and yeah, we're going to go on. Boy, gas is expensive in this neck of the woods, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I noticed when we got to Olathe.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-35 North.
It's like almost $3 a gallon.
So, how much did you
But
get
all
put in it?
that gave us almost 3/4.
Yeah, see,
so
I
we
knew
can-
it wasn't going to take a whole lot.
On the way home, we can find it. You know,
Yeah.
we'll finish gas stuff as we're going home. Okay, now if we can merge out the traffic, we'll be okay. But now we're not anywhere near empty. Well, we want to begin with, but sometimes it's better to go ahead and put a little bit in when you can.
Well, I wish what we had done is filled it up when we was seeing some of them west
Yeah,
of
we should have.
269.
Yeah, we should have. But that's all right. We got it. I got to get in the other lane here just real quick. Possibly going.
Because I had a feeling that, once we got to big city, it was going to go way up on us.
That's all right. We got it. Okay. That'll get us by for a little while anyway. Okay, here we go. Now we're back on the road again. Again. All right. Be there in 13 minutes.
I'm assuming this will have our last free exit on it somewhere. So
Yeah. Yep.
keep on lookout for it.
I would
I'm
assume
sure
so, yeah,
They
'cause,
should be telling you when to get off.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we'll be in the museum in 13 minutes. So, well, now we got a little bit of gas put in the car, and we can go to the museum. Then when we get done, we'll gas up on the way home somewhere. A lot cheaper than that. But anyway, it's all right. We don't do that often. We're spoiled because usually back home we can get it. I know we crossed over the Oklahoma state line. We can usually get it for like 20 cents cheaper than anywhere else in Winfield, Ark City. Oh, another, boy, howdy, I'll tell you what now. Those little troopers are working hard today.
Yeah, they're going after those truckers.
I mean, it's the second time we've seen one pulled over.
Want to make more money off the truckers.
Yeah. I don't, it depends on what they're getting pulled over for, probably speeding. But I know when they get pulled over, they usually look at the logbooks and everything. I was never pulled over, but, I always had to keep that logbook up to date. And technically, it's 8 hours driving, 8 hours sleep. That's the way you're supposed to deal. That's the way it's supposed to be for your truckers. There's another one. Oh no, you got two of them going to pull up on this individual. Maybe. No, maybe not. I don't know what's going on.
There are police reported ahead.
Yeah, I know.
No lie.
There. My goodness, I tell you what, now it's highway patrol everywhere. I'm sure they don't have the bear in the air. It's old Smoky here. You've got bear, you've got truckers, you've got troopers. No more work zones. Oh, utility work. Okay.
There are police reported ahead.
Well, I'm not speeding, to my knowledge. Oh, shoulder work's what they're doing. Okay. I can't get near the lane right now. I can now, though, I think. I'll just get near the lane for a little bit. I'm on 167. Okay. I guess we just keep going. I'll be there in 10 minutes. I'm just going to go 63 because I mean, they got troopers everywhere. That wasn't a trooper, but it's okay. I'm just going to keep it at 65. I'll get the Paola going this way. And the Paola a time or two. Welcome to Olathe, Kansas. Okay. Oh, I can't get the other lane yet. Oh, boy. Sticking car right there on my tail end.
There are police reported ahead.
Okay, I don't see anything. To get this other lane, I'm afraid. But, oh boy, I better wait just a little bit. Yep, we're almost there. 8 minutes. But they're getting the what's going on? Oh, look at that. Deluxe traffic jam. Look at that over there. Merciful heavens. I know what lane. It probably got to be in this inside lane. I bet you. Okay, I'm going to squeeze in. So I do not want to be in the wrong lane, because we're literally 7 minutes away.
In 2 miles, take exit 220 toward 119th Street.
Exit 220. Okay. Yeah, we're literally, we'll be there in 5 minutes, it says. I know, I've seen them. I can't change lanes, though. I know, I can't help it. Hopefully they'll stay in their own lane. Yeah, I know it. I've got to stay in this lane because we've got to merge here in a minute. We've got to turn 1.5 mile and a half. We got to get on 220. We should be getting close. Half a mile.
In a half mile, take exit 220 toward 119th Street.
Good Bass Pro over there. I've been to that one though. We've been to that one. Okay,
Take exit 220.
Yep. Yep. There you got her. Okay.
In a quarter mile, use the second from the right lane to turn slightly right onto the ramp to 119th Street.
Yeah. Because we got to make a slight right at 119th. Yeah, here we go. Right. right. I know, right. Yeah.
Use the second from the right lane to turn slightly right onto the ramp to 119th Street, then use the left lane to turn slightly right onto West 119th Street. At the light, use the left lane to turn slightly right onto West 119th Street. In 800 feet, use the second from the left lane to turn left onto South Strang Line Road.
Right here.
Okay. Oh, I gotta wait. Okay, wait a minute. I'm trying, honey.
At the light, use the second from the left lane to turn left onto South Strang Line Road.
I think this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
I don't like doing this.
Yeah, Strang Line Road. I know. We gotta be right on top of it. It's gotta be here just pretty quick. Whew-wee. Wow, that clears mud. Wow-wee. There we go.
Continue on South Strang Line Road for half a mile.
Okay, keep your eyes peeled. What?
You trying to run over the crap?
No,
you got?
I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm fine. It scared me to death. Scared me.
Well, here he's getting ready to turn, and you're just speeding up.
Okay, I think we're getting really close, really close, really close.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto West 116th Street.
West 116th Street. Okay, we're not quite there yet. Black Bob. Okay, well, we're not quite there yet. Yeah, we got 0.2 miles. And we should be there, because, I mean, we're right on it. Right on it.
Turn right onto West 116th Street, then turn right.
Yeah. There it is. Okay, we have landed.
Take the next right, then your destination will be on the right.
We have landed. We are here. Okay, that's not handicapped. That's handicapped though. Oh, so we gotta find one that's not handicapped.
Your destination is on the right.
Yes, I know. Okay. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Well, they even got an old car sitting around the corner over there. I'm trying to get here as straight as I can. Okay, we are here. Hey everybody, Rick and Deb here. We are in Olathe, Kansas, which is a suburb, of course, of Kansas City, Kansas. But we are at the Kansas Automotive Museum. First time here, and it just looks like a really nice car museum. If you watch our channel all, you know that we love to go to car museums, car shows, that sort of thing. It's an absolute gorgeous, gorgeous day today. No wind, clear blue sky, nice and shiny, bright and sunshiny. A lot different than what we've had over the past few weeks. I tell you what, we did pretty good till we got to Olathe. I thought Wichita was bad. I'm telling you what, this traffic is crazy up here. Anyway, we made it, we're here. So we're inviting you to come along and help us explore this car museum here in Olathe, Kansas. So, without further ado, come on along and join us. Okay, like I said in my intro, we're here at the Kansas City Automotive Museum, and we will be taking pictures, but I kind of wanted to walk around here a little bit to kind of give you an idea of where we're at here in Olathe. Right across the street is a Nebraska Furniture Mart. Hear about those all the time. And I just happened to spot this as we were pulling in. This old car tucked away over here, the side of the building. And there's a white eagle there. That's kind of cool. But this is an old Chrysler. Of course, I'll be taking pictures. The wife will be taking pictures too. You know, so yeah, pretty cool old Chrysler. Chrysler New Yorker is what it is. Oh boy, look at the inside of that. Boy, that's nice. We're going to kind of walk around here to the back end. Big 4-door. No, it's 2-door, I'm sorry. 2-door. Chrysler New Yorker. Really nice. Okay, we're going to go in and pay our admission and start looking at all these wonderful different kind of vehicles we've got here. Okay. All right. I just had to get that done first. We got here about what, 10:15? No, about 10:30 or so. And I thought a weekday it wouldn't be very crowded, but we literally got like the last parking place. I mean, we really did. Just kind of let you walk around for a little bit with me. There's a parking place there, and I think there's one over here to the side, but it's pretty full for being a weekday, for being a Tuesday morning. Yeah, there's a few left scattered around. They're a lot more busier though. A lot of this may be office help though. I've seen some people setting up stairs, like, you know, that may be their office area. I'm not real sure. Okay, well, I think we're going to go in Kansas Automotive Museum. Okay. All right, we will be back shortly.
If you need something, just yell at me and I'll be glad to help you.
Okay.
Okay, this room, I'm gonna go check and make sure these guys are checked in too. This room here is dedicated to all our cars that were put together in or assembled in Kansas City. We were the only city in the United States that had GM, Chrysler, and Ford. Now we have GM and Ford. We also had Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson moved on, so they're not here. But this is one of the first Fords that was assembled in Kansas City. On the other hand, this is a Jordan. This car was made in Ohio. This is a whole different level of car. Look how nice it's appointed.
Oh,
This also has wooden wheels, and
that's
this is all
beautiful.
wood under here.
Okay.
This was an inline 8, which was one of the first, not the first one, but early. So then you'll walk down through here. You can read these and go in. That's the Model T room here in the back.
Okay.
Let me check back here. I'll be right back. Guys, are you coming in? And we don't have to wait. Oh, okay.
Well, like you said, this is the Jordan limousine. Very beautiful car. It's got a 1925 license plate on it. But that's just a gorgeous car.
Let me just tell you about this room, and then I'll. This over here is Homer B. Roberts' gallery. Now, Homer B. Roberts doesn't ring a bell to you, he was the first African man in the world to own a car dealership.
Cool.
Now, having said that, that's what I was told. I'm assuming it's true. But he was down at 18th and Vine in Kansas City. And he basically ended up doing so well that he was not appreciated, so he moved his operation to Chicago. And then he ended up with 3 dealerships. Have you ever heard of the Green Book?
Yeah, vaguely.
The movie, there's a movie, The Green Book. This is actually, if you're traveling in an African American family years ago, this is from the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Okay.
You would have a guide to tell you what hotels would accept you, where the best, safest place to go have lunch or dinner.
Okay.
And so that's what the Green Book was. And all of these plaques will tell you about the people and the subjects I just told you about. So come back and read these. They're very interesting. And over here, you'll see the plaques about the rivers and bridges and railroads in the Kansas City area. Since we were central United States, we have a lot of bridges and a lot of highways that need to go. We have more roads per capita than any other city in the United States, or in that we're highly, I don't know if that's accurate now, but that was accurate in those days. So, and then if you walk back here real quick, you can see this is the Model T collection. We change this room every 30 days.
Okay.
So this 30 days, we're having Model Ts in here, with the exception of a couple of them. This is our own car here in the museum that we built. We let kids sit in it, take pictures, etc., and try to guess how many
Oh, yeah.
screws are in
How many
it.
screws are in this thing?
Yeah.
Oh, there'd be a ton.
That's an old Camaro frame.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And then we have this Buick here. This is a fundraiser we're using. We're building a new museum down by the Union Station area, and this is one of our fundraiser cars. That's the only one Buick made. They made 5 of them. They crushed 4. This is the only one.
Oh my
left.
gosh.
If you got like $1.4 million, that car can be yours.
Oh
it's the
my.
only one in the world.
Only one in the world.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then you have all of these various Model Ts. Today's the first day I've seen them, so I can't help you a lot there. You'll have to kind of look and judge yourself. But they're cool. So I'll walk you through the back, and then you can come back in here and look at all these.
Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go back around again.
Yeah, oh yeah, just take your time.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
can stay here. I have people stay here for hours. It's fun.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff to see and read.
That's cool.
Okay, and this room is kind of dedicated to our race car family of the Kansas City area. There's quite a few. This car, however, came from London. That's a right-hand drive Bentley. Look at
Oh,
the
it sure
headlights
is.
on this thing.
They're huge.
Yeah. It's got the town and country horn. Arrow, arrow, you know.
Oh. Wow.
And over here on the wall, you'll see several pictures of different drivers from the Kansas City area. And right over here is it was a wooden track. That was on Prospect in 93rd or 95th, I believe.
Okay.
And this room, we let kids sit in, take pictures. In fact,
Mhm.
you can sit in there if you want, and we can take your picture inside that little car.
Oh.
Call the fire department, get me out.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd have to get some helpers over here to get you out of there. I know that people.
Oh, that's one huge engine. Boy, howdy.
And this car right here, 1929 Packard.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
This is
That
my
is
favorite
beautiful.
looking car here, one of them. I've got 3 of my favorites are here. This one, this Jag, and that 1932 Studebaker President A St. Regis Brougham.
Well, that's a long title.
That's a mouthful. Isn't
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah.
There's a mother-in-law seat.
Yeah, and you remember, put it in the trunk.
Yep.
There you are.
There's a trunk.
There's where it is.
Yep, that's definitely a trunk.
Now this car here, this is a beautiful restoration. This is the 32 St. Regis Brougham. This is a Studebaker. And I mean, it is so beautiful. This was from the Armacost family and museum over in Grandview. They have their
Okay.
own museum, and they were the first Studebaker dealer west of the Mississippi River
Wow.
in the U.S. And
That is beautiful.
That's a beautiful restoration.
Yes, it is.
A limo. And this is a Rockney by Studebaker. This was made, as you can see, the namesake of the great coach, Rockney.
Mm-hmm.
And he was killed in a plane crash in Kansas. I don't know if you
Oh,
know.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have this Accord here.
Yeah. Little big white wall tires.
Did you happen to see
Oh.
the movie Ford versus Ferrari?
No, uh-uh.
Well, there's the Ford right here
Okay.
from the movie Ford versus Ferrari. This was driven by
Beautiful.
a young man from Kansas City, Baston Gregory, that did the movie. I mean, he was the driver. He's passed away now, but this is a program or wall plaque in his name.
Hmm.
He was a great driver. And here are a few little toys.
I see those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And over here is my jukebox.
Oh, look at that. I remember those.
And it's ready to play. All you gotta do is push a button.
Really. I'd rather not, though.
You can go down. There's some beautiful.
Yeah.
There's some fun.
Yeah, there probably are.
Yeah, these are all old school stuff.
Yep. Cool.
My age is too.
I love those
you're
old
too
songs.
young for those.
I like to listen to them, though.
Yeah, go look through. Yeah, all you gotta do
Yeah.
is push a button. It's free.
Okay.
And there's a coffee thing, a carrot over there if you want a cup.
Even got coffee. That's cool.
Yep. There's a dictionary here. You can flip through it and find any car you want.
Okay.
It'll give you all the. This is a '59 Chevy, '70 Ford Shelby. There's a 2020 GT Ford, '57 Chevy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to another museum in Manhattan,
Oh yeah.
and they
I'm
had
going there.
these too.
I'm going there next month, I think.
Are you?
Yeah. How was that museum?
Oh, very
It's
nice.
nice.
Incredible.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's bigger than this, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a bit bigger.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Yeah. When you get the new one built, I'd like to go.
Yeah.
I bet that's going to take a few years, though.
Oh, yeah. Did you see our Messerschmitt?
I did.
That's made out of German.
I did.
airplanes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At the end of the war, the Germans were out of money, basically, and out of fuel, and out of. So they used some of the aircraft parts that they
Mm-hmm.
had left over. This car is one of the last Packards made.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Beautiful. 1956 Packard.
Yeah. Stand right there.
Wow.
And listen to this.
Oh.
Okay, now it's saying to itself, it's going to level itself out. Just listen.
Oh, wow. Huh? That's cool. I've heard about the Packard. I didn't know it did that, though. Boy, two-door hardtop.
Right. And while you're here, we have all these things on the wall that are interesting, different
Okay.
tidbits. And then the same thing over here is the wall of what did you know? You know, did you know
Okay.
this or that? Some interesting things. So,
Okay.
take your
Yeah.
time, read that. Now, leave me alone. Or you can bother this guy, John. He's all right.
Now, there's one. There's one. 15. That's not bad.
What are you doing, boys? How you doing, buddy?
Do what, honey? Okay, we got that wonderful guided tour Very, very nice guided tour. So now we're going to go to the souvenir area and we're going to see what they got in way of souvenirs. They got, of course, they got T-shirts. Here's one, Kansas City Automotive Museum. But I don't think they got my size. They might, but that would be probably something I would look at here. That's an extra large. I don't know if they got. Yeah. Yeah, I would like to have one of these. Okay. Anyway, we'll just kind of look around here, and they got hats, of course. They got these little cars. Yeah, they got magnets and these here for your water or pop or whatever. Yeah. And they got magnets. I might get me a magnet too, I'm not real sure. But yeah, we're going to start over again and we're going to look at each one of these. Oh, they even got these. That's from a 1951 Pontiac, $495. This is from a 1957 Pontiac, $195. Writing pens are $5. And they've got old cars of barbecue for $5. And then here's another hood ornament, 1963 or 53 Pontiac, $495. Yeah. Yep, and these little cars over here, they're for sale too. Yeah, I don't have some of these. I may not have. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, that's a Ford Mustang. Now, I do not have one of these. Yeah, I might have to get me one of these. Oh, look, they got a Ford. Look at that. These are a little bit smaller than what I normally collect. Here's a Route 66 anniversary car. Yeah, I might. And then here's these down here. That was 20. That was 15. I don't know. I don't have that Prowler. I'm gonna have to grab that Prowler. It's only 15. I might have to grab that. I think I'm gonna take this over. And that's definitely die-cast for $15. And it's a Prowler. I think I'm gonna get that. I don't have a Prowler. I'm gonna set it over here for the time being. We're gonna continue on. They've got these over here. These are really nice. I wouldn't mind having one of those, but they're like $40 a piece. So I'll probably just get this one.
It is, because you cross over.
Just set that right there.
I'll get that.
I'll just get it later.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going to get started looking at these a lot slower. Take our time. Now, like you said, this is a 1912 Ford Model T commercial roadster, and we're going to take a good look at it. I just love that brass. That is so cool. And then, of course, they got the leather seats, or seat rather, wood grain steering wheel, and it's just beautiful. This is a Ford, of course. This is nice. Nice. I mean, beautiful. Look, they even got the back seat back here. This would be for, I'm assuming, like summer and spring, maybe. Don't think you want to be on that in the winter. Now, over here, we have an old oil can. Mutual Oil Company. Liberty Air O Mutual Oil Company, Kansas City, Missouri. And this is a Sears motorbike. And there, you can see the Sears right there. 1913 Sears motorbike. Very, very nice. And then here is a BMW bike. 1954 BMW motorcycle. That is absolutely beautiful. All these cars are beautiful. Oh, look, they got bridges. Here's the Hannibal Bridge from 1870. course, these are probably not in existence anymore, but they've got a lot of bridges. And some they may still use. There's another one. Yeah, they have a lot of bridges in this area, I guess. Let's go over and look at this, kind of this vanilla colored. This is a Chevrolet. Boy, these were such big vehicles back in the day. Let's see what we got here. This is actually a 1930 Chevy Sport Phantom. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Now these will have to maybe go back around. I think I can get to these from the back side. But absolutely beautiful. And of course we profiled this earlier, but we're going to look at it again. This limousine. Look at the interior of that limousine. Absolutely beautiful. Wood grain steering wheel. That is just beautiful. Look at that. Even got a little mini seat there for maybe an extra passenger. And there's a quilt that, if you could afford this and you rode in the back, you might get that like cover over your lap. I think that's what they did back in the day. But that is absolutely beautiful. I want you to check out this engine. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful engine. And there again, this is 1925 Jordan 7-passenger limousine. 7-passenger. These headlights on this are absolutely huge. Now here's your radiator cap, but what it would do is it had a bulb in there, and it could show you how hot your engine was. That's what that was. That's how you judged how hot your engine was. Yeah, really super nice. It was explaining this Homer B. Roberts gallery. Boy, could you imagine actually being able to drive this? I love that windshield. You can actually adjust in or out on that windshield. But yeah. Boy, howdy, just beautiful. Booker T Hotel, probably an older hotel. He was the first individual to have a car dealership, I guess. See the old telephone? Yeah, wood spoke wheels. I am trying to take my time on this. I don't want to rush this at all. Okay, we saw this one. All right, but we're going to do these over again. Okay, now here is this is Essex Super 6. The Super 6 principle. Yeah. Let's walk around this way. And I love that shade of blue. That's really very nice. I like that. And there again, it's got that cloth interior with the wood spoke wheel. Steering wheel. Yeah. Really super nice. Now, and of course, there's your trunk for all your essentials, whatever that may be. Yeah. Just beautiful. There's the engine. There's ones we just looked at.
So none of those are excellent.
Okay, I think we've seen these. We're going to go on and look around here a little bit more. Here's these pedal cars. Well, that'd be so cool to have one of those pedal cars. Here's a 1947 Murray Steelcraft Station wagon pedal car. Here's this racer that he pointed out. The number 41 racer. The driver was Maston Gregory. Mm-hmm. That's a 1937 Cord Beverly sedan. We're going to take a look at that here in a minute, but we're going to do this other room here first. And here's the old scooter. All-State scooter. I mean, we'll kind of walk around this table a little bit. And then back here, you can sit down, you can listen to music on the old jukebox, and you can actually have your cup of coffee if you want to. They've got a Keurig coffee maker, and they've got a microwave. And here is a Lenexa garage on Flume, 1923. Lenexa garage from 1923 picture there. They've got a, looks like a roaster, a toaster oven rather, sitting, and a hot plate sitting back there. Yeah, that's pretty cool. You know, you can take a break if you want to, if you so choose to. They've got a TV screen and you can maybe watch a documentary or something. They've got this big, huge book that you can look at, all the different cars. And then they got a motor stuck back here, and a picture of the this is obviously the new one that they're going to build. Yeah, another engine. This is a cast magnesium supercharged 2-stroke V4 engine, 1936. If I can walk around here and get a better look at that engine. And here's the old jukebox. It's ready to play. It's free. You don't have to pay anything to play these songs. Of course, I can't do that because of copyright issues, but I had, this is so cool, this old jukebox. Yep. This is really a nice place. It's really, I just love the way they've got it. The decor and everything's really nice. Here's a picture of some cars and different kinds, styles. Buick Riviera, 62 Buick Special. I had one of those one time. Yep. Okay, let's go back and look at these cars in this gallery. Now there's the other side of that scooter. Look at this. This is a El Camino. I like that bed liner. That's really cool. And nice wheels and all that chrome. There's the inside. Isn't that nice? Yep. Oh, I like that grill. That's different. It's customized, I would think. Or that may be the way it actually came. That's probably the way it came. Of course, there's your Bel Air Chevy. With the fender skirts. Two-door hardtop. This has the original course hubcaps and the white wall tires. Trying to fit these all in. But the wife's taking pictures. There's a Messerschmitt 1957. And then of course it's got the fur-lined seats in it. Let's walk around over this way and take a look. Those seats are nice and soft. It's just very little. It's like you said, they were running out of money and running out of, they couldn't afford anything anymore, so they developed this tiny, and I mean tiny car. Probably got better gas mileage. I like that steering wheel. That's different. And then of course there's a picture of a 1959 Thunderbird. And then the kids have a pedal car. 1959 Thunderbird. And of course here's a Thunderbird. I like that bright red, that deep red. I like that. That is really nice. And you had a removable top that fit on here. I know I've got, and there's where they fit into. You can put the top on and fasten it down. Kind of a hard top convertible, but you could actually remove it, and then of course you have to put it back on if you so desired. I love those. I love those wheels though. Those are so nice. Let's go back here. This is a 1976 Bronco Wrangler. A couple here in Olathe. Todd and Bonnie Steer, Olathe, Kansas. Boy, they really made them nice back then. Look at those seats. Just a plain, simple dash. Boy. I love that. And of course, this is your Packard. 1956 Packard. It's car as old as I am. And that was really cool. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but when we pushed down on the back end of the car, it leveled itself out. I've never seen that done before. That was pretty cool. That's a beautiful dash on it. Look at that dash. I just love that teal. That is so nice. Yeah, these cars are, they're bigger than they look. They really are. I can imagine touring around in something like this. Wouldn't that be neat? This is a Packard Executive. I love those tail lights and those fins on that. Isn't that cool? And just all kinds of chrome. Here's some more um, hood ornaments. This is a 1954 Pontiac Star Chief. Is that first one right there. Then there's a 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air. And then this is a 1955 Oldsmobile. Here's a 1955 Pontiac Star Chief. They'll have the airplane motive or the jet. Here's a 1956 Oldsmobile. And that one back there's a 1954 Pontiac Indian Chief. And they all had the not Indian, they all had the airplane motif, you know, as far as that goes. And there's some spark plugs and hubcaps. Of course, it's got the neon Packard. That would really be cool. And here's some old oil cans. From back in the day. A Ford clock. And here's a desert water bag. Put water out, you put it on your radiator. As you're driving down the highway, it'll make it cold. You just saturate before using. And there's a Phillips 66 work shirt. It's got some stains on it, but that's to be expected. Then they have these little tiny Ford Model. There's a Ford Model T coupe. There's a Ford Model T Touring coupe. This is a Model T delivery. Then they got more over here. Here's a Ford Model T Landalot. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Then here's a Ford Model T Roadster. This is a Ford Model T four-door. Kind of spelled differently, but I think it's four-door. And then here's a Ford Model T Runabout. And then there again, there's headlights, oil, an oil can, just different automotive parts. Tells you what they all are. Okay, now I think we've explored this area. Now we're going to go and look at these. Here's a 1960 MG. Yeah. And then this is a GT. This is a 2020 Ford GT. I bet that's not street legal. It might be. I'm not real sure. That might be street legal. But I don't know. I bet this thing will really get up and go. Of course. The sports car, race car. Look, almost looks like a 2024 GT Golf Heritage Edition. Boy, how that is one huge. Look at that size of that thing. Boy, I bet that would really get up and go. And here's a 2020 Ford GT. And this, well, that's this car here. Okay, this is a 1970 Ford Mustang, Shelby Mustang.
What'd you find? Sweet.
There's the inside. Okay, well, I think we've seen everything in this room, so we're going to go on. So we're going to go on. Let's go take a look at this 1937 Cord again.
I know nothing about this car,
1937 Cord. Those big white wall tires. That is one beautiful car. 1937 Accord. Wow. I'm trying to get the whole car in here. It's not easy. They're such huge. But I'll be taking pictures here later on, too. This is well worth driving. This is called the Grand Hall we're getting ready to enter into. The first car we see, this is an eagle statue. I gotta look at this. I'm sure there's history on this eagle statue. The White Eagle statue. The pictures here shows H.E. Hap Darlington, Division Manager and Associate of the White Oil and Refining Company. Established in 1911 after an antitrust disagreement between the U.S. government and John D. Rockefeller Standard Oil, the White Eagle Company was an oil and refinery company with accompanying gas stations. The company's gas stations were marked by a large, impressive eagle sculpture that was designed to flank the entrance to each station. These eagles were either made of cast iron or concrete. Initially, lit milk glass eagles also adorned the top of the gas pumps. The Augusta, Kansas oil field boasted some 200 oil and gas wells when fledgling White Eagle Oil Company started construction of the refinery. The oil company and refinery were named for the chief of the Ponca Indians, the White Eagle, circa 1825 to 1914. During the Roaring Twenties, the refinery grew in size and sophistication, and with it, the White Eagle Oil and Refinery Company grew in market share in the Midwest. The White Eagle and Refining Company had gas stations in 11 states by the time it was acquired by the Standard Oil Company in New York in 1929. In 1930, Saucony acquired White Eagle Oil and Refining Company. Later in the same year, Saucony became Mobil Oil Corporation, and that's one of the concrete eagles. Yeah, I mean, that is so cool. Okay, now let's go over and let's take a look at this is a 1933 Studebaker Rockney, and he pointed this out when we were given the little tour. The namesake of famed Notre Dame football coach Newt Rockney was only produced in 1932 and 1933. Rockney was killed in 1931 in a plane crash when leaving Kansas City. The line was dropped due to the Depression. The body of this Rockney is rust-free, and the only modification to the body was moving the firewall 5 inches. It is the original frame. So that's what that is. And again, just one gorgeous car. So far, I've been real pleased with this museum. It's not the biggest one, most certainly not. But like I said earlier, they are getting ready to build one 4 times this size. But it will be further into Kansas City. You know, so I mean, it's going to take years and years probably to get it built. Now here's another car. This is look at the size of these headlamps. He pointed this out too. These headlamps are huge. This is Studebaker, and there's the hood ornament. And look at the horns on this thing. Wow. It's one beautiful car. 1932 Studebaker, President 8 St. Regis Brome, from the Armacost Museum Foundation. Yep, that's what it is. I can't walk back there, so I'm just going to have to show you this way. But the wheels and the tires on this are just absolutely beautiful. And I've never seen, well, I shouldn't say never, but those huge headlights are really something. This is kind of a dark green, and this is also has the large headlamps on it. Oh, look at that, absolutely beautiful. I know I'm saying it over and over and over and over again, but you have to understand I'm a car nerd, and they're all beautiful. I think I like the horns and headlamp there, and this is a 1935 Bentley 3.5 liter. That's what this is. Now let's go over here and let's check out the leather interior. I can't get too close because the windows are rolled up, but it is just beautiful. And then, of course, there's your trunk area back there. Yeah, I'm going to be going around when I get done. I'll take pictures of all these. This is a 1971 Chevelle race car. So we're going to take a look at that. You definitely tell this is made for racing. Look at the stainless steel interior in there, the roll cage, and the big head scoop. And then it's a Wayne Mason built 1971 Chevelle. A 454 aluminum head engine, a 35P Saginaw transmission, a Franklin 4.86 quick change rear end, 3 different chassis engineered into this design. So you can just bet that was a mover. Let's take a look at the front end here. Yeah, you can tell this is made strictly for racing, and that's okay. But let's go ahead and go on around here. Look at the size of that engine. This is a Chevrolet 454 big block engine. Look at the size of that engine. Ooh, doggies, that's a large engine. Yeah. Then they have pictures, they have trophies. Yeah. Here's some models in here made out of wood. It take a lot of craftsmanship to make these. Talks about the Wichita Speedway, stock car racing, just different pictures. And then here, I about didn't see this. Look at this. This cabinet, display cabinet, has all kinds of. Here's the. Yeah, look at that. Dale Earnhardt. I've got some of these. Not exactly. I got some race cars at home. There's a Kellogg's one. There's one made of glass. Huge semi. And look at all these racers. There is a ton. I have 4 or 5. I do have a truck racer, though, that I got at the Chapman Auto Racing Museum in Chapman, Kansas. I did acquire one the other day. Well, I probably have 5 or 6 of these kind of race cars. But yeah, really nice collection. Really nice. Here's some helmets that they wore. Howard House 2007 inductee. 2007 inductee. There's one racing that says Howard House on it. Midget and Sprint champions. Yeah, just more awards, more trophies. $500,000 Speedway circa 1922 to 1923. Wooden racetrack. And let's take a look over here. This has a racing helmet and some more trophies. 1947 10th anniversary Soapbox Derby racing helmet. That's what that is. Okay. Yeah, and there's some jackets up there. I-70 Speedway, Odessa, Missouri. And St. Louis Auto Racing. And of course, more trophies. Central Auto Racing Boosters Hall of Fame and Museum. Yet another, they've got racing museums all over the country. I've been to a few, very few. But we enjoy where we do get to go. And of course, there's a Jaguar. Here, they got the hood up on this one. Maybe we'll go take a look at it since we didn't get to see the hood before. We didn't get to look under the hood. Look, there's the engine. And of course, there's the interior. Boy, really nice. Okay. Of course, there's a mirror image of this car we've just profiled. Yep. Okay, now let's go take a look at this motorcycle. Harley Davidson. Really nice. This is a 1950 Harley Davidson Hummer from their underground. They actually have an underground museum here in Kansas City. area. I would like to go to that one of these days, but it won't be today. That'll have to be for another trip. Okay. I need to go around. There's one more room I need to go through. Or no, maybe more than one more room. Yeah, we've done all these and all this in here. I'll go another round here when I get done. Yeah, and I've showed these little pedal cars. Yeah. And I've already showed you all these. But there's one room. Oh yeah, here we go. I've not been in this room in here yet. So let's go in here and look around a little bit. Of course, he profiled these too. This one, he said, there's only one left in the world, and it's worth millions. I guess it's a Buick 8. It's a 1940-41 Super model Buick 8. He said, if you got 4 million, you can have it. Only one like it left in the world. Here's a 1925 Model T, Ford Model T. He said that this month, or this particular cycle, they are exhibiting the Model A's and Model T's. But they change these out like every few months. So, like the next time they change these out, they'll be profiling something else. This is a 1927 Ford Model T pickup. And again, these are all just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Here's one down here. Here's a 1915 Ford Model T depot hack. And look at that wood grain. Look at that wood grain. I can't get back there to them, of course, but look at that wood grain. And those leather seats. Oh my goodness. And the brass, look at that brass. That is just, I mean, just awesome. That's all I can say. Well, I guess I can come around over here. Very simple, very basic. Steering wheel, pedals, emergency brake, leather seats. Just really nice. Hi. Yeah, I mean, just gorgeous. Here you go. Here's another one. This is another Ford. This is a Ford Coupe, and it listed for $695 when it was brand new. 1922, November of 1922, it was worth $695. Of course, that would be, I don't know how much that would be in today's money, probably quite a bit equivalent in today's money, I'm not real sure. 1922 model Ford, 1922 Ford Model T rather. This is the Model T of the month right here. Yeah. Here's a Circus vehicle, 1915 Ford Circus Wagon and Air Oregon. Oh, look at this. This is so cool. Huh. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey's Circus Celebrity Reserve Seat. And of course, there's the tiger, all chained up. Are you a nice tiger? It says danger. Stay back. Are you a nice tiger? You want to bite my head off or bite my arm off? Have me for supper? I'll pet you on the nose? Nice tiger. Yeah, right. Have you for supper. Wow. And then back here is the organ, air organ. Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, the greatest show on earth. I tell you what, I can remember when I was a kid growing up, Wichita, Kansas had an amusement park called Joyland. And when you first walked in, they had this clown playing the organ. And it was like a one-man band type of thing. They had all the instruments, you know, were in sync. And I used to stand there. That thing fascinated me for some reason. Listening to the clown, his hands would move back and forth on the keys. And then you'd have the pipes and all that went with it. And I just was so fascinated by that. I remember that to this day. That was many years ago. Oh, I forgot to look at the hay down there. Their bed of hay. They got you all chained up. Doggone it. And back there, there's a Fun House Pizza Pub sign. Yeah. Um, modern transmission parts from 1908, Model T technology. They're about the same. Here's a Model T ignition timer, essentially a cam sensor. Example of a Model T ignition coil, 4 per car. All Model Ts were sold with a toolkit, but these changed through the years. And this is assortment. You've got pliers, you've got some wrenches, pipe wrench, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's just beautiful. Now here, we've done this one yet. Here's another one. This is a 2000. This is a 1911 Ford Model T Touring car. There again, the wood instrument panel, wood grain steering wheel, leather seats. I mean, I'm telling you what now, they're riding style now, well over 100 years ago. And I'll have to get that truck here in a minute, but let's look at this just real quick. There's an I don't think that's open to the public though. There's an upstairs. There's probably offices and such. I was going to say the parking lot when we got here was just almost packed. I showed you, and there's hardly anybody in here. Wood grain bed on this pickup. 1923 Model T ton truck. Starting in 1917, Ford started offering a heavy-duty Model T. It would use a standard car engine and transmission, but would be put on a heavy frame suspension, and would use screw drive rear end with a low gear ratio to get power. For the first years, they were only offered as a chassis that could be built into whatever the owner's needs were. By the 20s, Ford started offering factory cabs and some factory boxes and flatbeds. This one is owned and restored by Tom Robson. Yep, that's what she is. 1923 Model T truck, ton truck. You know, ton trucks are very large. They still are. I can't help but notice it's got a steering wheel that evidently can fold up when it's not in use. I've seen this before in other vehicles. I do believe that, of course, that would have to fold down. They just probably had that when they weren't driving it. But yeah, I like that wood bed though. That is really nice. Well, guys, I think we've been all the way around it. I think I'm going to take some pictures here in just a little bit. There again, you've got I about did profile that old gas pump. Wichita Visible Gas Pump. Hayes Equipment Manufacturing Company, Wichita, Kansas. Wichita Visible Gas Pump, manufactured by Hayes Equipment Manufacturing Company, Wichita, Kansas. The desired amount of gas is hand pumped to the glass cylinder on the top of the pump using the manual lever on the right side. Gravity then feeds the hose nozzle to fill the vehicle. You pumped in what you wanted, and then you pumped it into your car. That's why they call them gas pumps. They were pumped in. Yep. And they're still called gas pumps today, of course. It looked like there's a little popcorn machine over there. But this is a very large racer. Look at that. Plenty enough leg room, that's for sure. Looks like the seats are pretty comfortable. But this was hand built. They built this by hand, and I guess they have the kids too. You can even sit on seats for a photo op. I think it's mainly for the kids. But yeah, it's just really a nice built. I guess they have the kids guess how many bolts it took to make this, I guess. But yeah, it's really, really nice. But that took a long time. It's a big vehicle though. Really large. Got a back seat back there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, I think we've been all the way around. I think we've pretty well seen it all. I sure hope you enjoyed today's video and the places we go, the places that we see and go to. Thanks for joining us today. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I really appreciate that. I do appreciate. I got 668 subscribers as of today, so I'm steadily climbing. That's good for us. But yeah, I do appreciate all of you that watch and like, subscribe, and share if you wish. That's what these are for. Tell your family, tell your friends. If you like our videos, you can subscribe if you wish to also. It just helps with the algorithm of the videos. Yeah. But it's greatly appreciated, the people that like these. Well, I think it's time to start taking some pictures. It's not a very big museum, but they've got some really nice, beautiful cars in here. This is just one more car museum I can say that I've been to. I think this 1929 Packard Roadster is one of my favorites here. It really is huge. Look at that. It's just beautiful. And of course, this one here is 1932 Studebaker. I think that just about will wrap it up. We may just walk through real quick and give it a second look, and then I think we're going to be on our way. I have a scale model Packard at home. The Cord. I do not have a Packard. I wish I did. But that's, and again, that's a 2024 GT. I can only imagine. I wouldn't even want to think. You're probably talking hundreds of thousands of dollars for that vehicle. And like I said earlier, I don't even know if it's even roadworthy or not. I mean, what I'm saying is, if you can drive it on the regular streets. I don't know. That may be something I'll have to ask one of these docents here. Yep. Yep. I wonder how fast that goes. Oh, top speed 216 miles per hour. 0 to 60 in 3.0 seconds. 1/4 of a mile in 10.8 seconds. 2019 model. Mid-mounted 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 660 horsepower, 550 pound-feet of torque. Ooh, doggies. Man, I can only imagine. Give me this thing. There's the engine. Right there. There's probably more room in there than what looks like. Yeah. Really nice. Okay. I think we're going to get wrapped up here and they got a few people here today. It's not real bad, but that parking lot, I think they got other businesses on this building, law offices, and they've got some other. I think that's where all the cars are coming from. There's more. When we first got here, we were the only ones here, but there's been a few more people come in. But that parking lot is just packed full of cars. Okay, guys. Again, we thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed it. The video today. And as always, we will see you on the next video. We do plan on going out camping more. The weather's starting to improve. We're getting into more summer-like weather. So we're going to try to get out there and start camping again. We've not been able to go because of the weather, but I think that's going to start changing. So we're going to leave you with this 2020 Ford GT. And for now, this vlog is over for today. So we'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.